In this episode of Flavor of Poland, we'll explore the Holy Cross region, a rural province in south-central Poland. We'll learn about a part of Polish history that reaches as far back as the 11th century with a visit to the region's capital, Kielce. We'll also venture out into the Holy Cross region's beautiful countryside to explore the history, culture, and tastes of its old folk life. The Holy Cross menu is a true farm-to-table experience, and I can't wait to give it a try. We'll also bring the traditions of Poland's countryside back home today by making a unique kohlrabi soufflé, as well as the region's iconic potato-based Kugel, certainly worth adding to your home menu. I invite you to join me for this charming walk through Poland's Holy Cross region.
Funding for this program is provided by Polish and Slavic Federal Credit Union. Our credit union is more than a bank.
Baron Chocolatier.
LOT Polish Airlines offers non-stop flights from the United States to Europe via Poland or Hungary. Luggage, hot meals and drinks are all included. The in-flight entertainment system gives you access to a wide variety of movies and cartoons.
Be our guest. LOT Polish Airlines, a Star Alliance member.
Ernest Rust. Kitchens, wardrobes, interiors.
Welcome to Flavor of Poland. My name is Aleksandra August, and I'm so excited to take you on a delicious journey through my native country. I'm a Polish-American actress, but I also love to eat, and I love to cook. Growing up in the States, I was always asked questions about Poland's culture, its history, and most of all, of course, about its food. So I finally decided to take all of you from back home, back here to my first home, and introduce you to its true flavor. Welcome back to Flavor of Poland. Poland is beautiful from its mountains to the sea, but its countryside is undoubtedly its most charming aspect. This is the source of Poland's vibrant folk traditions, its rich food products, and its unbelievable homemade tastes. You can find plenty of unbelievable countryside escapes throughout Poland, but perhaps the most beautiful is in the Świętokrzyskie or Holy Cross region, and that's where I'm taking you with me today. It's a part of Poland that dates back to the early years of the Polish state, so there's a lot to explore. We'll begin our journey through the region's capital, Kielce, before we venture off into its beautiful countryside. This will certainly be a feast for the senses. The streets of downtown Kielce are absolutely enchanting. Old monuments blend with modern structures, and every stone building carries its own story. Kielce is the capital city of the Holy Cross region located in south-central Poland, nestled among the majestic Holy Cross Mountains. The first mention of Kielce dates back to the 11th century in the year 1081. Kielce officially became a city in 1364. The Kielce downtown square is the heart of the city's Old Town area. The existence of the square dates back to as early as the second half of the 12th century. This is an extraordinary place with many monuments, particularly those stemming from the city's golden age, which had its place around 1791. In the 19th and 20th centuries, a walk down the main street of the city during the holidays was a way to show off one's social status and establish a reminder of one's presence in the local community. It was a way to meet with friends, present one's family, and most importantly, demonstrate one's level of wealth. I couldn't take you on a proper tour of Kielce without taking you to this place. This is the most incredible and well-preserved structure from the ruling age of the House of Wasa in Poland. It's called the Palace of the Bishops. Constructed in the 17th and 18th centuries, it's the perfect place to learn about old Polish culture. You can go inside and learn about palatial customs, learn about Polish culinary traditions, see old armory, see a little bit of the Baroque style, and finish it all off with a classical music concert. Within the Holy Cross region, there also lies a small town called Chęciny. Atop one of its hills rests a famous medieval castle, once a powerful fortress and the residence of Poland's royalty. The Chęciny Castle was likely constructed around the 13th or 14th century. In its heyday, it was an important center of military and political power, the storage site of Poland's greatest treasures, as well as an important site in Poland's battles with the Teutonic Knights in the first half of the 14th century. The shape of the castle today consists of a lower courtyard with a rectangular tower, an upper housing unit, 2 rounded defensive towers, and an adjacent chapel. The ruins of this medieval castle hold many secrets and interesting stories. One of which is that it was most likely the residence of Poland's Queen Bona. She was an Italian princess who in the 16th century became one of Poland's queens, and she had many agricultural and economic projects. One of them involved bringing Mediterranean greens over from her old home in Italy to her new home in Poland. This essentially altered the course of Polish cuisine forever. Previously fatty meat dishes now became more vegetarian in style, and have remained so ever since. Since its decline in the 18th century, the castle has seen some renovations and stands as a popular tourist attraction and important Polish monument in Chęciny today. A visit to the castle is a journey back in time. The site remains full of life thanks to a castle crew that reconstructs scenes from the daily life of the castle's olden days. Walking through the grounds, you may hear clangs of swords as knights challenge one another to a fight. You may also be shocked by explosions coming from the upper courtyard. Now I'd like to take you on a walk through a truly magical place which rests just outside the city's borders. This is the open-air museum of Kielce, and it rests in the nearby countryside. Built under the patronage of the Kielce Countryside Museum, this place can really be called one of the gems of the Holy Cross Voivodeship. It perfectly preserves the local rural history. This 65-hectare park houses a collection of 80 of the most valuable monuments of wooden construction transferred from different locales around the Holy Cross region. Walking through the park, you'll come across rural homesteads and cottages, small-town buildings, manor houses, farm buildings, a pharmacy, and monuments of rural industry such as water and air mills as well as granaries. The park even features a number of historic sacral objects, such as a church that still holds religious service today. All this makes for a truly beautiful complex that stands frozen in time. The Holy Cross region offers a whole gamut of traditional dishes and baked goods. Let me put it this way, it's essentially heaven on earth for any food lover. And if that's the case, let's head inside and have a try. These regional specialties are true to their history with recipes that have been passed on from generation to generation. Every single one of them is made entirely of homemade or homegrown products or ingredients picked fresh off the land. These traditional dishes are truly organic meals that offer an unforgettable flavor experience. I think I found myself in the most unbelievably incredible situation. I've never seen anything like this. Professor, can you tell me what all of this is?
This is a proof how wonderful and efficient our farmers are.
We have cheeses.
Yeah, cottage cheeses. They are just fresh cheeses. Some of them are aged, but rather for a short time. Aged for 6 months or more.
This is so good. And so there are local beekeepers. Again, it's got that special sweetness. Yeah. And then we have plums.
Plums from Szydłów.
Okay.
Wonderful products, perfect, very tasty.
I think this is, when people think about Polish cuisine, this is the first thing that they think of.
Polish sausages and Polish ham. We dry it, but also we smoke it. It's very unique technology. That's why Poland has the right to produce many smoked sausages.
Let's never take that right away from them.
Let's continue this freedom.
Yes. Delicious. Czesław, I think I've had every appetizer I could ever want that's local to this region. I know that we were going to have some dinner too, so can you tell me what will be served?
I would like to start with the observation where, first of all, appetizers were very seldom served. That's why waiting for the main course was a crucial part of the day, because we are talking about people from villages, mostly farmers, and usually they suffer because of shortage of food. First of all, it will be the most typical Polish soup, served very often daily. It's just sour rice soup. All ingredients, of course, were local. It's very seasonal, and of course, very traditional soup.
Well, let's give it a try.
Smacznego.
Dziękuję. So tell me again how the soup is prepared.
It's mostly just a rye, which was the most popular in Poland, because of course wheat is more difficult. Our soil usually was really very poor quality. That's why rye was the most popular.
I
Next,
see.
grind it, fermented a little. That's why we have sour rye soup. For the second course, it will be perfect example of mixture of our culinary cuisine and of course of our culture and history at the same time.
So this is the famous Kugel.
Kugel, yeah.
Kugel?
Yes, Kugel.
Kugel. And what is this on top, this jam?
It's cranberry. Sometimes we use also red berries. Of course, processed at home. And what is also very important, it's really very tasty when it's prepared slowly. So nobody can be in a hurry.
Wow. Well, it's worth the wait because
Sure.
it tastes incredible. Now we eat dessert.
Yeah. Plum coffee cake.
Plum coffee cake.
Yes, and of course it's also very local because plums are from Szydłów.
So it's natural, delicious, wonderful. Like I said earlier, heaven on earth.
That's what we need.
American bison in Poland? That is something I definitely didn't expect to find on my adventure through Poland. Furthermore, I never thought I'd find myself getting up and close to a herd of these animals. But sure enough, that's exactly the unbelievable and unexpected experience I had while touring the Holy Cross region of Poland. Relocating back to their ancestral home in Kurozwęki, Michael Popiel and his brother Andrzej brought a piece of America back to Poland with them, creating a unique attraction and culture experience for locals and tourists alike. Visitors to the Popiel Estate here in the Holy Cross region can now see a bison herd from up close and learn all about the animals from guides and experts at the property. So Michael, I've come all the way to the Świętokrzyskie region of Poland, and I did not expect to find American bison here. Tell me about how that happened.
In 1991, we bought back the ruin that's now the palace. We were immigrants in North America, and so we were trying to figure out a way to renovate it, and a way to attract tourists to come to see us. And our idea was to bring bison. That was the idea. And
From the States?
From the States, absolutely, yeah.
Wow.
So now we have 100,000 tourists a year, and that's allowed us to renovate step by step our family home.
Tell me about the home of the bison.
Well, every bison's got about 3 acres of land, and the whole idea we have is that they're grass-fed. So they eat grass, just like in the States. They eat grass in the summer and they eat hay in the winter.
This piece of land is part of a pretty noble history.
Yeah, so we've been here since the 14th century. And
long
it's the same family, the same blood.
And I hear you also make your own beer?
Yes, that's very important. So it's Popiel Brewer, Brewery Popiel.
Well, so this is your restaurant. Amazing. And what do you serve here?
This is a bison burger. So it's bison meat, it's organic, it's grass-fed.
All right, well, I'm going to dig in because this
Okay.
looks too good to just sit in front of. Incredible.
So the thing about bison meat is there's less cholesterol, less fat than chicken without the skin. It's a very healthy meat, but actually tastes best with beer. So this is our own beer. We've been probably making beer since the 14th century. This is, water from our well. It's just a real beer, 4 ingredients. We've tried to base it as much as possible about what we know about the beer that was always here.
Very local beer. I've discovered so much here that I never thought that I would find in Poland. A little bit of America mixed in with a very long and noble Polish history and obviously natural Polish ingredients, and it's made for the most incredible experience. Thank you, Michael, for sharing all of this magic with me.
Na zdrowie.
Na zdrowie. I find that Poland's soul truly rests in its countryside. That's where you come across beautiful old traditions, great food made with heart, warm hospitality, and most importantly, a whole lot of serenity. My journey into this landscape of Poland is always a sentimental experience, and my visit to the Holy Cross region's countryside was no different. Now I'd love to bring that magic into my own home by testing out some of the region's great recipes, and I hope you'll join me. Today we're going to make one of the Holy Cross region's most iconic dishes, Kugel. This savory potato pudding is a popular Jewish dish which was brought over by Jewish communities many centuries ago. Of course, over time it acquired Polish ingredients and flavors, and it survives in the Holy Cross region today as one of the region's most beloved culinary traditions. So I think it's worth adding to my home menu as well. In addition to our Polish kugel, we'll also make a soufflé with cottage cheese and barley in a cup of kohlrabi. I think these should make for some pretty great farm-to-table dishes, so let's begin. Here's what we'll need to make our kugel. We'll need 3 pounds of golden potatoes. We'll need 2 white onions, which I've already chopped and thrown into my bowl here. We'll need some oil for frying. I'm using rapeseed oil. We'll need a link and a half of smoked sausage. You can use your preferred kind. We'll need 2 eggs. We'll need 2 cloves of garlic. We'll need 2 tablespoons of white flour and then 2 tablespoons of potato starch. I've combined both here in my bowl. We'll need 2 tablespoons of marjoram leaves, 1 tablespoon of salt, and then a bit of pepper. And then in the last step of the process, we'll also need a baking pan. You'll want it to be a rectangular shape. That's typically the shape of a kugel. I'm using one that's 7 inches long. I've greased it at the bottom with butter and then lined it with parchment paper. So we'll come back to this at the end. We're gonna start by sauteing our onions with our sausage. I'll pour in my oil and let that heat for a moment. All right, we're ready to throw in our onion. So I'll let that saute for just a bit. I'm gonna let it get just a little glassy, and then we can throw in our kielbasa. This is the smell of a good countryside dish. Once you see that the onions in here are also translucent and they've got a nice glassy yellow tone, that's when you know this is ready. So we're right about there. I'm gonna set this aside and turn off my stove. So we'll continue by grating our potatoes. Now we do want our potatoes to be finely grated in the kugel, so we'll use these small holes here in our grater. This is a pretty good arm exercise. Okay, great, all done. So now we need to strain out the liquid from our potatoes. So I'll toss my potatoes back into their first bowl. Okay, so I'll take my 2 cloves of garlic and I will grate them through these small holes in the grater again. Now, so I'll come back to my sausage and my onions. I'll pour them over into my potatoes. I'll take my 2 eggs, my tablespoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of marjoram leaves, and then my 2 tablespoons of potato starch and 2 tablespoons of flour, regular white flour. Great, and we can start to mix. Okay, and then also we need to add in a bit of pepper. Now, Kugel is a dish that has a very deep tradition in the Holy Cross region. It's a recipe that's been passed on from generation to generation, and it survives there to this day. And I'm not surprised because it's really delicious. It smells really good already. Our Kugel mix is ready, so we'll come back to our baking pan and we'll transfer it over into here. So I'm just gonna use my spoon and place my Kugel mix into the pan 1 spoonful at a time. So now we'll place our Kugel into the oven for an hour and a half. You'll want your oven set to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll take it out after an hour and a half, we'll let it cool, and then after that we'll place it in the fridge overnight. To make our soufflé, we'll need 3 bulbs of kohlrabi. We'll need 3/4 cups of barley, which I've already cooked and set aside here. We'll need a little bit of lemon zest. We'll need 3 ounces of cottage cheese. We'll need a tablespoon of white flour. We'll need 2 eggs. We'll also need to separate the egg yolk from the egg white, which I've done here. And then we'll need a tablespoon of salt. So we'll begin by preparing our kohlrabi. What we're going to do is we're gonna cut off the leaves from the top and then scrape out the middle, and these are gonna serve as nice vegetable bowls for our soufflé. We've got our last one done. You wanna make sure to make your holes pretty big because we want as much of the filling in here as possible. And we're gonna combine my cheese in our bowl of barley. Throw in the lemon zest, flour, 2 egg yolks, and then the salt. So we'll stir this together first. That looks great. So we'll set this aside for a moment, and then we'll go ahead and beat our egg whites. So I'm gonna pour these over, and then we'll whisk them together with a mixer. All right, these should be ready. Let's make sure. Yep, good to go. So we'll just take 1 spoonful at a time and mix these into our barley mixture here. While you're mixing this stuffing here, you want to make sure to be delicate as you do this. This is ready. I'm going to take a heat-proof oven dish. I'm going to come back to my kohlrabi. And then I'll stuff each bowl with my soufflé filling. The barley in here combined with the kohlrabi makes for a very healthy dish. And now as a final step, we'll place this into the oven for 15 minutes. Your oven should be set to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. All right. Our soufflé is beautifully baked. Wonderful. So now we need to give this a try. One thing I do want to note, as you'll notice, the soufflé does rise a bit while it's baking, but it does fall pretty quickly. So you want to serve it and eat it rather quick, even though it is still pretty warm. So I'm going to sprinkle over the top of this with a little bit of fresh dill, because I think it'll look pretty that way. And then kohlrabi is also delicious raw. So I'll place this on the side. What do you say? Should we give it a try? I think so. Now you do want your soufflé to be nice and crisp from the top and then loose in the middle. A nice and light dish, and I think a really unique way of making soufflé. This is very characteristically Polish to me because kohlrabi is a vegetable that's used frequently in Polish cuisine. Groats such as barley are also something that appears in many Polish dishes. So this to me really makes me think of Poland, and especially Poland's countryside. Now, you can eat this soufflé for breakfast, you can have it as an appetizer, you can also eat it as a dessert if you sprinkle it over the top with a little bit of honey instead of dill like I've done here. So it's a great dish. I'm glad I gave it a try, and I hope that you do too. And don't forget that once you're done with your filling, you can eat your kohlrabi too. And this was really good. Now let's try our hand at that Kugel. When I visited the Holy Cross region and had my first try of Kugel there, I knew right away that it was a dish that I needed to try and make for myself at home. So I believe I've done that. My Kugel is cooled, so I'm going to flip it over and take it out of the pan. And now we need to see how it tastes. So Kugel is typically served cold, but you can warm it up a little bit if you want. So I'm gonna cut off a nice piece here. It smells really good. This is actually a full meal all in one dish because you've got the sausage in here, you've got potatoes. It's a very filling meal. And in Kielce, where we call this Kugiel, you typically prepare it with either sausage or pork rib meat, but you can also add goose meat or anything else that inspires you. Okay, so now I'm serving it with a little bit of horseradish sauce. This is grated horseradish with a little bit of sour cream, and then I'm gonna add some chives on top as well. horseradish sauce is also popularly consumed in Poland, so I think it's a good fit for our Kugel here. All right, let's dig in. Very nice and savory. This really is one full meal all in one because it is a pretty filling dish. And I think this horseradish sauce gives a nice kick and complement to all the other ingredients in here. I'm really glad I tried this. I truly enjoyed this very heartwarming visit to Poland's Holy Cross region. I think its tastes were pretty incredible too. I hope you gave them a try at home as well. I'll see you in the next episode of Flavor of Poland.
Funding for this program is provided by Polish and Slavic Federal Credit Union. Our credit union is more than a bank.
Baron Chocolatier.
LOT Polish Airlines offers non-stop flights from the United States to Europe via Poland or Hungary. Luggage, hot meals and drinks are all included. The in-flight entertainment system gives you access to a wide variety of movies and cartoons.
Be our guest. LOT Polish Airlines, a Star Alliance member.
Ernest Roost. Kitchens, wardrobes, interiors.